Yo, it's your boy, man. Power Plays, we back again. It is a beautiful Monday morning, man. And man, let me tell you, man, sometimes you hear things that surprise you. Sometimes you hear things that are not surprising. But they should be the beginning of another beautiful day in the neighborhood when it comes to market trading. And I'll talk about that in a second. But let's get down to the chart, man. Early in the morning, we trying to get it in. Friday we had a previous day high of 779.37. Previous day low of 774.12. Pre-market high 778.71, and then pre-market low of 777.99. When I put this chart up, and what we were looking for is if we can break and hold above that 779.37. We could target 780, 781.50, 783, and 785. And if we were able to push in that area of the pre-market high, then we rejected all the way up into the previous day's high, which the pre-market high at that time was less than that. We got 76. We'll try to push back down. First target 779.99. Break below that, we have 776.50, 775, 774.12, and so that was the chart for Friday, man. So let's see what we had happen on Friday. Y'all see me over here in this pre-market. Let me take my view up and everything off real quick. So on Friday, what we had happen was spot opened up at 778.18. It ran and it touched. Create this high today, 778.80, and then from there it proceeded to push all the way down to 775, and then it stopped at 775.81 before it pushed all the way back up to 776.79, and then it pulled back to 775.43, and then from there it kind of consolidated the rest of the day, and that was a Friday. The 776, the 775 range. It's really a dollar. Consolidated, and then you see most of the day overnight it did that before it closed at 7. It closed out overnight at 776.06. Now this morning pre-market opens at 4 o'clock, so it opened up at 777.27. So if you look at that, that is about a dollar move, gap up right there. And so from there it pushed all the way up so far to 778.25. It's about 6:45 a.m. But that's where we are right now with our pre-market high and low. Now the reason I say sometimes you hear things or you see things. First of all, let's look at the chart from Friday. So according to the chart on Friday, if you played on the put side, then you should have been okay to play all the way back down to at least the 775 area. So you should have been fine if you played that. You had an opportunity to play some calls briefly on the way back up, but you'd had to play support resistance to resistance support as it broke down below these levels and watched it push back to those levels. So then you'll have some target areas on that. But the thing that I find most interesting is that now that things are starting to change again in the market, I was telling y'all about trading options pre-market. Well, now they're going to put about 20 to 30 of the main stock that everybody trade, what we call the Magnificent Seven, or all the best 20 stock, the Nvidias, the SPYs, the Teslas, the Apples. All those stocks now will start being able to be traded in options trading pre-market. I think about 7:30 a.m. on the East Coast. So it's imperative that we keep track of that, because I'm almost certain we're going to see some volume spikes around this new trading window that they're opening up, because pre-market a lot of action can go on, but when you get enough volume in one direction, man, you can really get a move. And right now, by them allowing options to be traded pre-market, it's going to make things very, very interesting. It's coming to a time where you're going to be able to trade 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, whatever you want. I just don't see, with the way money is moving in this country, I don't see anything stopping them from getting to that. I think behind the scenes they're slowly working on that. that's something, you know what I'm saying, that's my personal opinion, but that's what I truly believe is coming. So that's where we are right now. And so right now, let's look at our chart for today, man. Let's look at the chart for today. So we have a previous day high of 778.80, previous day low of 775.43, pre-market high of 777.76. Sound like a lot on them, right? And pre-market low of 777.24 currently. It is currently 6:48. So there's a time I say the market don't open to 9:30, but with these options being traded pre-market now, that's pretty much everything being traded pre-market. So for all intents and purposes, at that point, the market is open. So if spots start to push up towards that break through that pre-market high, what we'll be looking at is, let's look at trying to break above the 778.80, which is the previous day high, up to 780, 781, 783, and 785. Remember, we're in the all-time high area, so SPY still trying to establish some footing up here, so that's what we're going to be looking at with that. Now, if we're able to push up in that area and then we get some rejection around that pre-market high, all the way up into that range, you know, that previous day high, because it's really not that far away, $1 away from each other, then we'll start looking at targeting 776.50 and 775.43. And then if we break down below that 775.43 and hold, then we're talking about 774, 772.50, and 770. And those will be our targets for today. Now, what we want to do is stay disciplined and try to follow your trade plan. Don't be overly aggressive necessarily, especially if you're doing the pre-market, because a big spike in volume can change everything. So you want to be very careful with that. Now remember, this is not financial advice. This is ideas for somebody that trade every day. But you definitely want to take a look at that and you know, be careful and be safe when you get in and out of these trades, and then try to move these things around to give you the best option, you know, to really help yourself. If you don't feel comfortable with the trade, don't get in it. Get out of it and then try to do the best you can from there. And that's what we have for today. Now, remember, again, this is not financial advice. Just ideas from a person who trade every day. But if anything in this video helps you, what I want you to do is like, share, and subscribe. And then, you know, leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know how the information helped you or how it didn't help you. Just let me know, and then we'll go from there. And if you want to trade with us, we have Power Plays, the Discord. And so you're more than welcome to come over and join us at Power Plays, the Discord. But in the meantime, we're going to get down to the trading for the day. Let's see what the chart looking like right now. Still holding in them areas. It's about 650, so we'll see what SPY does from here, man. Still holding this area right now, and then we'll go from there. But in the meantime, happy trading, man. It's your boy Power Plays Palace, man. We out of here.